that's something we're gonna have to look at with the upcoming budget process too. Because I know if Claire comes to us and say, you guys need to prioritize what properties I need to address first, we're all gonna be screaming for properties in our own ward. And it's just something we're gonna have to deal with at budget time to make sure we've got enough manpower.
I'm glad you said it, because that was going to be my final statement.
Well, and that's what my curiosity is, you know, that's fine, we can go out there and start cleaning up these properties, but basically we're gonna be the ones paying it, and we, you know, they've got, what, 3 years before they actually even have to pay their taxes? So we might be 3 years down the road trying to get our money back before.
Well, I have found that doing somewhat of mediation is working swifter, faster process, just going, knocking on the door, you know, and getting a more workable solution rather than serving letters and this is that, just talking with them, you know, get it done in 2 days, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, and that's what we, you know, I mean, I'm glad you're doing that. We got to exhaust all those efforts first, and I think that's going to be the best process. But like he said, if we start doing this, this is the teeth of the matter where you've got people who just aren't going to do it. And like he said, it's not just along the beach. We're going to have, this is going to open up a budget.
Well,
And there's going to be people.
well, some, it's not just that, some have gone into foreclosure, a new person's bought it, the dumpster's been there a year ago, so it's sort of like everybody has a slice of that pie, but no one wants the real responsibility to absorb all the costs, nor should they, because,
Right.
so, the mayor's been great, helping me with those, he's a real good mediator and.
Well, I think I think Gary's on the right track. There's no doubt. In order for this city to ever start unifying itself, you gotta start getting tough with it. And it's unfortunate because, you know, like somebody myself, I might even know the people. You know, I've had somebody come to me talking to me about the pool issue as a friend of mine. I didn't even know it was his pool. Says, you know, thought you was my friend. You want to initiate having him adjudicate my property. I said, whoa, wait a minute, man. I just agreed to it. But you know, when you live amongst people and you get the unfortunate situations, it can create a lot of heartache. But at the same time, we've got to move forward and get this place cleaned up. So I agree with Gary.
Okay.
I just think it can get to a lot of money though. It can get to a lot of money over a period of time.
Well, what we're gonna try to do, to the best of our ability, and I know Daryl gone,
Daryl, what?
that's good. He won't hear me say it.
No, I don't think he's
So
gone.
check, he gone?
No, I mean, his stuff's still here.
Okay, well, he's not in here, I'll say it quick. I think we're gonna do
Look toward
our,
the camera, whatever you said.
we're gonna do our best to, in most cases, try to use the building partners. You know, for some of this pool fill-in, some of the cutting and cleaning and pushing. And it will make it to where we'll be punished in one sense about not having somebody maybe cutting grass on the side of the road, but we also will make it to where it's something within kind of our budget that we can handle because they're already under contract with us. And we'll see about any type of adjustments they need, you know, for their extra work.
So you're
But
talking
it
about
can be put on the cuff, you know, for a while,
Right.
instead of us having to fork it out to a contractor that we don't have funds to fork out through the year to a contractor. And that's how we're gonna try, unless y'all have a better way, that's the way
Well, I
we're
think
gonna attack it.
that's good. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, okay. Is there no more discussion on that? Is that it? All right, thank you. Swimming pools.
We had discussed all the derelict properties, and we kind of prioritizes the swimming pool issue to be a top priority, getting those cleaned up first before we started attacking properties. And I think we had good success with our tactic that we used with the, you know, you fix it or fill it in, and a lot of them got filled in, and I'm glad we did that. But I think, Claire, if I understand correctly, we still have some more swimming pools that are out there that do not meet our ordinance. And I guess I want to make sure the board's aware of that. There are still pools out there that we did not take action on. And do we want to go after those pools now as well as we did the first set? And also, well, I'll throw that out there to see if there's any
There's
interest.
also some that we actually did adjudicate. The 10 days has expired that have not, that Claire, aren't there still some that we actually did at the last time that still have not come into compliance?
Right. Yeah, and so now we're just ready to fill them in, but
Right.
we can't do anything right now with the weather it is, and get
Right.
trucks over there and stuff. So I understand why we haven't filled them in, but my question is there's still pools that we didn't take action on that are a safety hazard, a menace to health. Do we now want to direct her, is that her next priority is to go after the next group of pools? Or do we want to get off pools and go after
No, I think
properties?
that we
Or
should continue on the pools because they're needed.
I agree, but it's not my decision, it's the board's decision to
Well, I
direct.
mean,
Well, I agree with
Yeah,
you, though. I think that we should go to the pools because of two things. One, drowning hazard, and the other one's the mosquitoes and everything else.
So Claire, do you have an idea of how many pools?
I think we had, I didn't count them, but there's roughly 15 and only 3 were non-compliant. So I think we did a good,
But that's on that last batch. She's talking about the
I'm
new
talking about
batch.
the next
New
batch.
batch.
new batch. So put these 3 that were non-compliant into the new batch.
No.
No, we want to just do it.
We have to, we can go in there and fill those 3 pools. We're done with them.
Okay, we're done with the ones we talked about at the last meeting, and I guess in our discussion, Claire, you said there were still more pools out there that we had not addressed yet.
Right.
And that is the section, that is the group we're talking about now, that we want to go after and either adjudicate or environmental court of whatever we have to do. But now we have this new procedure that should speed up that process.
Okay.
I didn't want to tell Claire to go after the pools in my area, because I think it's a decision the board has to decide if we want to go after pools again before we move on to properties.
I move that we,
Well, I don't mind you telling me because it helps speed, I mean.
Well, I
less
wanted to
work
present
for
it
me
to the board. I didn't want to give you that direction.
I move that we
Well, I'll ignore it.
move forward on the next batch of pools.
Second.
Claire, did you hear that? We're making a motion to move forward on getting the rest of the pools taken care of.
Okay?
You said there's 15 left?
No. I said the
Claire,
50.
did you find, when I asked you about,
Where?
did you find the pool field on Highway 90 when I asked you to look at that property where patio apartments used to exist near Waffle House?
No,
You go, you didn't go?
I didn't go. It's just-
Okay, that needs to be
Write it
looked at.
down.
So that property needs cleaning.
Okay, we prepared on the 3 pools that have not done anything on the last round of public hearings to send,
Whenever Darrell
to
is
the
ready to
departments
fill
up
them,
there to
fill
fill them up.
them.
Claire's got it.
Claire's got
There's got to be a-
And I have it as well.
And
I
that
have
needs
another,
to, excuse me, just a minute.
I'm sorry.
Need to keep up with what your equipment's worth and your men,
Just do it like the FEMA
just like
PW.
you were doing, but do an updated version of cost, okay?
Okay,
Well, I'm talking to Darrell,
I'm listening.
and, because that's gonna be how we get reimbursed on taxes, and we'll put whatever the board feels like, so
I think we said
equitable, you know, to put a max, put a
Yeah.
penalty on it, okay? And that need to be documented well, so that whenever they test us, I believe, Jim, that we can show why they got charged that. Okay,
Now, we have a motion and
Okay,
a
wait a
second
minute.
to move forward on the other pools, and Ms. Tubion has some discussion.
okay, all in
No
favor?
discussion?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Since we said this new bill is in effect, can I make a motion that I adjudicate property at 926 East Beach Boulevard to have a pool filled?
We did that here.
Not on 926. We did it on 920. We did not do 926. So can I do that right now, Jim?
We have to have the public hearing.
Okay, can I make a motion, we schedule a public hearing for property at 926 East Beach?
All right, Claire, you need to send that mail out,
Do you know your address?
is that right?
Yep, we have to give them, under the new law, we have to give them
2 weeks notice.
2 weeks notice, let me see.
And they have to have it today.
Has to go out, United States Mail 2 weeks before the date of the hearing.
Okay, so
So-
you'll be able to have it next meeting.
Okay, so can I make a motion, we
Do it.
schedule a public hearing for the next available meeting?
August 3rd, which is going to be our budget hearing.
I think it's only going to take a minute.
It's going to only take a minute, because I don't have to go around.
But I also have another, I have a property on Royal Drive, and I'll have to get the exact address. They called me the day after.
So can I make a motion that we, schedule a public hearing for not only mine, but the one in Carolyn's ward. Can I modify my motion?
Which
Carolyn,
one?
who
Was
do you
it
have
swimming
in your
pool?
ward?
It's a swimming
But I thought we were
I thought we were
gonna
gonna
get her,
do the
she's
next
gonna
batch.
get her whole bunch of pools together. This one
Okay,
is
never
just.
mind.
We'll just add those to it if they're not on the list.
And Mayor, I think I did about
Why
that
don't we just
patio,
try
it is
to
built
get
in.
Exactly.
Is yours a pool?
Yes, it's a pool and a hot tub.
Ms. Cook, why don't you make it that we're gonna go ahead and adjudicate and do as many on August the 3rd as we can do, but not more than, say, 5, because the ones that we did the other day, we just about couldn't get it done.
Okay, I would like to modify my motion to state that we will schedule a public hearing on August 3rd to adjudicate 5 swimming pools, with a priority being 926 East Beach and the one on Royal Drive, and the next 3, I don't, like that.
Patio.
Next 3 that she has ready for adjudication.
Correct.
That's my
Those
motion.
2 plus additional 3 as the code enforcement officer
Okay.
prioritized it.
I'll
That's
second that.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
a Memorial Park back.
Okay, bathroom, War Memorial Park, Rotary Club. Yes, ma'am.
Karen Livingood. Is this okay if I stand here?
Yes,
I think I
ma'am.
can talk loud enough. Karen Livingood, Markham Drive in Long Beach. I am president of the Rotary of Long Beach, and we would like to put a potty in the park in the War Memorial Park.
Okay, we're looking at these plans, that these, this, Karen, do you think, and we talked about this sidebar, you know, at lunch, but do you think that, that the funding would be there for these type things, like for the inside equipment, to be like stainless, where it'd be totally easy to just keep going?
I really do.
Okay, I think we probably need to shoot at that, because the rest would be just nothing but a
Not cracking.
nightmare to try to keep them up. Also, everything in this to where it can be washed down with the center drain, and also gonna have to get with Darrell Wilson. Darrell's gonna have to tell y'all where he has water and sewer available, where we're not cutting roads, and
Okay.
that's for that bathroom there at the park. You know, you have concern about where your services stop.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna need to make that determination pretty quickly. If I have to cut the road at all, they haven't put the final lift on the asphalt, so we need to get it done pretty quickly.
All right, get with Darrell, Karen.
Okay.
And Darrell, and get with me and the board if anybody's interested, but let's try to find a spot that'll go, you know, where it won't be such a
We
cluster.
need to keep it toward the south
That's what I think.
end if we can.
Even out in front of the swing set, just down there, probably right.
We would just like to do something.
Oh, we're happy you're out, you want to do it.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Mayor, are we going to ultimately take over the maintenance of this facility?
Yeah,
Uh,
it'll be all right.
As such, I'd like to make a few suggestions then. I mean, you talked about all the inside being sort of vandal resistant. All the fixtures need to be stainless steel, vandal resistant fixtures. I think you should probably use 14 gauge sheets on all of your doors and 16 gauge frames, all grouted solid. I've got concerns that the toilet partitions inside, it doesn't really call out what they are, it just says they're partitions. But we have seen those get beat the heck and back when they're just